Welcome back everyone, Drake Hawkins with you again, and this is, well, problems. See, this is Mountain Blade Warband, the Floris mod. It's supposed to be the Warmaids of Calradia, but there was a problem. You see, I was backing up the save file so that I could experiment with something, and I'd done it wrong. I did something wrong because I screwed it up royally, and now I can't get back into the game after the last save, which is really annoying because we were just getting through all the early nonsense and just getting to the point where the fun, in my opinion, really begins, where you start attacking castles and whatnot. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to, as you can see, start over, but I'll skip all the junk. I will basically do maybe highlight video for this video, put a good 20-30 minutes of just snips and clips from activity that's been going on as or that goes on as I build the crew back up. We'll grab the ladies again, the Warmaids again, and some manhunters, go out and get us some money, build back up some stuff, and watch the map move until we get somewhere reasonably developed and bring it back into a full playthrough. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. We are again in realistic mode. We are, of course, Hannah Kalia. Hannah Kalia. Now, Hannah's got the same stats at the beginning as we had earlier. We're going to pump the 4 points into strength. She's got terrible agility, no intellect, or 9 intellect, and 7 charisma. That's okay. It's going to go all into strength because she's going to have to be a brute to begin with. Riding, athletics, 1 point in shield, 1 there, 1 draw, and the rest here. Let's go training, 3 points. And then we'll go with tactics up to 3 would be lovely. Do we do the same two-handers? Let's go one-handed and shield, just to mix it up this time. And I'm going to do something a little different with the... Oh no, where's that lady? Oh no, gotta figure out how this was set up. Okay, so that only took like 10-15 minutes. I think we got her back. There we go. Hannah Kalia is back. Alright, we will go do this little fight here, and then we're going to go ahead and start just like we did back in episode 1. We're going to run through all of this nonsense, get things rolling, and I'll power through it as quick as I possibly can, and then we're going to get back with you when we've got something to show for it. So I'm going to cut out of the voice from the actual recording here, and I'm going to actually do a bit of a voiceover. Ouch, that hurt. Basically, I want to do a voiceover system for this so that I can kind of give you the highlights as we go through. We're going to blast through most of this initial... We're going to blast through most of this initial stuff with Sherman here. It's just to go grab some troops, knock out the looters, and bash their camp, come back and bash some people in town. I'll grab the highlights of gathering the characters after we've gathered the characters. That's our banner back there we missed. There it is, the green one, right? Yep. Where is it? Come on, there it is. The sword, Warmaid sword with the golden wings. Gonna grab 5,000 debt. Remember to pay those off. I may be giving you a spoiler, but it took me a bit to pay that off, and it costs. It costs you 6,000 to pay it back. You get 5,000. If you neglect paying it back, it jumps like 20% per month, or per whenever it is, 2 weeks or whatever, and it nails you for some bad relations with the town as well. So we're going to gather up our companions, then get them sorted out, and they'll go beat up some looters and come back when we're done with that quest series. So here's the party we start with. We've got, we'll sort them out here, but there are the 8 Warmaids, which you remember from the previous episodes, and I'm just going to sort them out and look at their fancy outfits. Oh, I remember them being in there. There's that schmuck. I think Amira or Oddval or something always ends up with it. It's weird. Anyways, we're going to get skip ahead to after they've finished up the initial starter quest. It's worth some good coin at the beginning, gets you back to the game again, and whatnot. There is a tournament, I think, in here that I'm going to take part in, and I'm going to grab a new shield and a new shield and reset my equipment, and then we're going to get into the tournament. I'll give you snippets of each fight in the tournament, and then we'll be back when that's done. Okay, so we're going to join the tournament here, and right away I'm going to realize that I did not reset my gear. Yep, I've got a bow, and I'm on horseback, neither of which I normally do in missions, and I also have a spear, which is a little on the odd side. I ran into my own character, so I wasn't able to get the javelin lance in there. But I'll watch some of these and comment as we go through some of these fights. I'm playing on the yellow team, I believe, here, which is a little odd that there's a yellow team in the beginning. I normally play with 3 team matches, but this is apparently 4. We've got this first match. Basically, I think I survived the first match, but don't get much as far as points. And then we'll get into showing the next fight. This one's really annoying because I have the wrong weapon type, but bam, when you hit hard, right? You get a speed bonus when you're riding a mount. So there's the first one. Let's reset this. I didn't even wager on that one, so we'll do a 200 dinar wager per battle, and we'll do, what do we set it on? 6 points, 5 points, somewhere in there. Set it to 3 teams of 6, I think. Yeah, and then I'm going to choose my two-handed weapon. No, two-handed there, please. Two-handed weapon, remove the polearm, remove the horse, and go with enhanced armor and weapons. We got 4 points in the first round, so we are ranked 3, it says there at the top. That's better. Running around our fancy tournament outfit with our two-handed sword. Not that I'm super stellar at it, and remember, when you start out the game, the combat is so dependent on, you see this? You'll see it right here. It's so dependent on your stats with that particular weapon and conditions that you're wielding that you can get yourselves your butt kicked real darn easy by anybody that's even got a remote amount of points in it. So right now it's 5 for the green team, 3 for the blue, 3 for the red, but it doesn't go by points, it goes by who's left. Yes, got a hit there, nice. I got 3 points in this. Oh, and she just rips my horse. He just rips my horse down and knocks me out before I can even get my block up. Okay, so we are sitting second now in the tournament with Captain Arnold leading us by a couple points. Oh, Nadia has advanced level 3. Good to see. Oh, and we tried to do the jump hit. Got myself seriously outdone there and just ripped apart right away. I don't think I even get a point that round. So I'm going to continue to skip through the parts where I'm knocked out in these tournaments. So you don't need to see that. We're in 3rd rank after that really terrible showing there in second match. Got a good hit in, but the horse also stomped on me a little bit. Running over some graves here. It's always good for the morale. Getting in behind is the enemy horses is a great deal in some of these. You can get some serious points when they do this maul if you're not charged at from behind. Some of these guys on foot become far more dangerous to us than the mounted troops, because the mounted troops quite easily in these tournaments get stuck in behind. This is one thing you should never do in a tournament. See how focused I am here? Haven't looked around. There's sounds of other horses and whatnot. I lucked out because nobody came at me, but they very well could have come at me there and done a lot of damage. So now it's 1 green left in the match. He gets taken down here, I believe. Yeah, there he goes. And that ends that round with us actually winning that round, giving us a couple extra points for being a survivor in the round, putting it at 15, 13, 13 for the 3 top positions. Only the 3 top positions are rewarded at the end of a tournament, if you didn't know. How are we doing in this one? Well, there's already 3 kills, 1 per team. And I haven't even seen anybody in the fight. Let's climb up the hill for some random reason. We're ready to hit somebody. Come on, somebody give me a chance. Ow. Uh-oh, get run. Oh, don't run over me. And then my own, you won't hit your own members in this, but your own guys can severely block you. Knocked him actually down and out, which is a nice kill point there. Get the extra kill point there as he's on the hill. I think I got that one as well. No, I got 2 of it. And that ends that round. So Roger got the 7, but Roger's not been in the lead, so he's way down the list. That's putting us now in first place for the tournament. This is the final round of the tournament. Let's run over some graves again. How disrespectful, Hannah. Jeepers. Watch this. Yeah, I got you. Oh, yeah. I thought I was actually going to get knocked out there. I forgot I actually won that part. And then this. That's a Warmaid. That's got to be a Warmaid. She's way too slow to be anybody else. That was Metheld. Katrin knocked out. Guardsman Owen knocked out. Again, this tournament I didn't plan ahead to set up the tournament set out. Not the tournament settings, the mod settings. So I'm actually in a situation where I don't have things set the way I normally would. Look at that, the double kill. Orion and I both knocked him out. And now there's, I'm red. Oh, there goes the, oh no, Orion just got his butt kicked. I got full health though. I might be able to do this. Got an archer flying arrows at our heads. That's not particularly great. I got 1 hit from the guy from a distance, but I didn't get hit by the, uh-oh, that was a bad miss. That was a deadly miss. Shield, block, block, block. Nice. Night block. Oh, nah, couldn't do it. Had I taken that, I might have gotten more points. But, as it is, the tournament standings, 7 renowned for that fight. And if you look here, tournament standings leaves us in the top with 24 points. So we won that, 50 renown, 350 experience, 1440 dinar, and a mailed leather jerkin, which I will very quickly go and equip. Okay, so we have managed to finish that first series off, or first series of missions off. We had, there's the horse archers that we recruited. Horse archers. Are they Amazons? I don't remember if they're Amazons or they're H4s, but anyways, I think they're horse archers. We're setting up for the fights. I'm gonna learn much. I'm gonna try to learn to use the commands a little better from here out. Again, very early on, we don't have all those skills we had as of last episode, so we're gonna have to do a lot of practice here. Yeah, there you go. 30. Was that 30? 39? Archery skill. There you go. Archery's 41. That's really easy to crank up the skills there. Now it says infantry formation disassembled, so when you give them the charge attack, oh, whiff. I'm the whiff master at the beginning here. I tell you, nobody whiffs as much as Drake. Oh, I2 and I3 knocked out. Katrin, Letty, just getting mauled. But I won't be showing all of the fights, but I wanted you to see how rough it is at the early start when we get rolling here. Get knocked off the horse and just mauled. There's just so many of them. Help me out, lady. Help. There we go. Saved by the team. We're down to just one-on-one here now. Just played the defensive there for a bit. It really helps. They are H5s. You see there, H5 killed. They have no sound for yelling sound. So just those particular groups that we have don't have an audio track with them, so they just flail their arms. Only captured a few bandits, but we will definitely get those numbers up as we go and start training up some troops. I'm going to be focusing as we get into this primarily on cavalry train. So there are 3 lines of cavalry. 2 are actual cavalry varieties and 1 is a horse archer variety. So we'll focus on those as we go, grab the gear as we can, and we'll continue from here. Okay, so I switched ahead into another battle here, and I'm learning the use of a lance. It's a polearm skill. I gained 2 there to 38, so she's really, really bad at it. But the polearm, this one is, I will later get one that's a blunt weapon, but this one is a piercing weapon. Just basically running about back and forth here as I use the wrong commands. It's X to actually go into the couch position, to couch your lance, which is basically put it down like that. Boom! Nice. Anyway, so that's the first fight that basically run around and mess them up and eventually let the ladies in on the fight after we do a bit of carnage with our lance. So I actually went skipping ahead here in the battle. We have gone through hordes and hordes of these guys, and this last few are the ones that are running away. And, oops, pulled the lance up. So it's got a certain amount of time you can hold it, kind of like as if you were getting out of energy or something for it. So, so you can use your lance in the crouch position, but you're gonna run out of range. And then these guys manage to escape because I'm blundering around with my sword. Okay, so now we have just left Uxkarl, and it's the March 26th. Midnight on March 27th. We got 14 bandits here. We're on a quest to catch them. A quest, a mission, a thing. 21 of them over there. We're going to go for the 14 and knock them out real good. I love how these forward positions and stand close positions and all that instantly activates the moment you start. So those guys are all up there and now they're forming up their line. So they're not start and have to walk up there. Makes a bit of a difference later on. So pull the cavalry in to follow, and we are going to go mess up some of these bad guys. After we go look at our crew. Look at them. Look at them with all those shields ready to bash. Starting taking shots. And then I went and rode right past them without doing the proper charge. Okay, now we couch the lance after we're past them, and bam! +2 for level 6 kill there. Oh, whiffed. Whiffed. It takes a bit to get used to when you're first starting out with this lancing. And that one I just ran over him, didn't do anything effective. We lose a few and get a few of our dudes knocked out. That was nice. The H5 was only knocked unconscious rather than killed. Bam! You succeed at knocking one of these guys down with this early on and you get points like crazy. Love the rearing horse. Now that's a cinematic view right there. Beautiful. Alright, so we're off to Suno to sell off a few of our prisoners here. I3 warrior women. We'll find a lot of these as we go through. I wanted to pop in to show that in this Floris mod, every tavern, instead of having a set of mercenaries to buy, has a set of regular mercenaries, and a set of the Sisters of the Sword, or Sword Sisters, which is another batch of mercenaries, so to speak. It's the entire tree line that we're focused on, so that's fantastic. We can, essentially, when we are rich enough, and we have ourselves a castle, we could actually run around and go from tavern to tavern, selling off people and hiring these women. And then we can level them up. It'll be great. Alright, having made ourselves to the city of Darim, we have a few prisoners we're trying to sell off here, and Fulton here is going to oblige. 876 dinar, and we've got another tournament, and I wanted you to check another tournament. This was the one that we had, of course, as you can hear. We had a mission to, a lord says, hey, come and join a tournament that I'm hosting. And so, yeah, we get into another tournament here. We'll see how we can do. Getting a few kills early on will definitely be helpful. I thought that was 2 actually. That seems to only have registered 1 kill. And then somebody else gets that kill. It's 6 for green, 0 for everybody else. I like the ability to hop on the horse when I've got these this two-hander going. It really can switch things up pretty decently for us. That's 1 hit. There you go. Don't get yourself caught in the corner there, Drake. Nice. Okay. So we got 2 kills here now. 10-0-0. So nobody's gotten any kills but the green team. 11. It's just wild here. Just all green. Green. Yeah, so I did set, I don't think you saw it here, but I set the in the tournament standings. That puts us in second after the first one. In the tournament settings, I actually set it up so that I'll always be green color because, well, our theme, well, maybe I didn't yet. I thought I did. I do later, anyways. Green is kind of our theme color in this one. Oh, and he gets away, and he gets away. Can't get a hit in on. Some of these missions, or these tournament fights are really awesome. Feels so good to get a hit in like that. But then you get your butt kicked other times, so... See if we can steal his horse after we dismounted him from it. Yar! All I can see is the, like, lines of health bars through this brush. Some of these maps are really less than awesome. We did a lot of, what do we call, assists there. Knocked another one off his horse. I don't think we get much into this. See? A lot of assisting. But hey, that's team fights, right? No, this is a tournament based on just our points. 10 leader is 12. Round 3. I will skip the parts that are inactive, like if we get knocked out early, out of a round early, we'll just skip through that. Oh, we'll just skip through those parts. Oh, just the rolling cascade of bad guys coming at us. This guy looks like he's got an advantage on me for sure. Just not giving up. He's getting beat up by everybody else. But we didn't get a single hit in on it. Oh, well, we didn't get a single point out of all that. And that. 7 kills for the red team, and 0 of them are ours. One guy left on that blue horse over there, just over the crest, and there he's down. That's excellent. We got 0 points out of that. Oh no, we got 3, right, because we won the match, our team won the match, and so on. We survived and our team won the match and whatnot. I'm not sure exactly how the points lay out there, but I know you can get 3 points more. A total of 3, maximum of 3 points more than your... Oh, nice hit. Ow. Nice getting hit. 3 points more than your total kill count is what you can max out at. So you could, like, get 10 or 12 kills and end with a couple extra points. Look at that. Nice. Got the hit over the other horse. This horse is in my way, though. Robbing me of the kill. Oh, he was not ready for that swing. Oh, got him. Two-handed weapons up to 33. I basically don't train two-handed weapons much at all with this in this playthrough without, if you don't count the time we spend in tournaments. And a spear to the face. Nicely done, sir guy. You're a jerk, by the way. Alright, so starting round 5. Oh, get run over by an empty horse. Well, we might as well mount it up, right? Might as well use that horse that just walloped us. Oddball knocked out, and then we just get knocked out by, who? Sir Petrus? Petrus, is that how you say it? Yeah, he kicked our butt. Alright, that puts us down in 5th place for this tournament. I wanted you guys to see one that's more average to the tournaments that we do. I'm not going to show all the tournament action as we go through, but yeah, definitely less glamorous than the first one where we, you know, kind of almost dominated and got a lot of points. Oh, yeah, I'm like, here, knocking down one Warmaid, knock down another Warmaid, and then some dude walks up to me and just whoops me. Sir Jeffrey. So that'll put an end to that tournament. We got in 4th place, so close to making some points there, but that one was worth 35 renown for the lead. And that's the end of that tournament. Okay, so heading away from Durim, we're going to have a moment here to look at what we got. 64 capacity troops, we have 44 of them. A few things we can train up here, whether they're going with the Hospitaller woman, basically going towards the archery class of or not archery, mounted class of everything. 7 points of strength for Emira. She's got a long ways to go. Actually, we went with the intellect instead, sorry, with training points, I think. Yeah, and then who else can train? We got Clethy here. I'll take a time to let you look at a few of them. Again, a few intellect points and early training. That really helps with getting the low-level characters, like the low-level, like, you know, I1s, A1s, and all A2s and all that, skilled up as you go. Also going to have a look at Hannah Kalia here at 9 charisma points now. And let's see, what do we put the points into? I guess we went with power draw on the point there. A few more points in our one-handed. That's what we're training primarily as our weapon. Weekly budget, 728 dinar. So we're heading up here past the rim, and we found ourselves a bit, what are these called? Deserters. A3s, it looks like. Nord. 18 of them. Same sort of spiel. We'll send out our dispatch orders and say go ahead and finish the planning. Get into a bit of carnage, and we end up in this map where it's just absolutely water. This is one of those maps that I think are a little bizarre. The water lines are, I don't know, they mess things up. I don't know that I'm a big fan of water maps, but again, this is part of the mod, so trying to scurry off the troops to get all lined up, but if you look at the mini-map, we're already engaging them, so oops, gotta get in there and get everybody to charge. These guys actually are, there's a few of these guys that are pretty decent. Get ourselves beat up a little bit here. At least our horse banged up a little bit. I don't remember. There's a few missions that, a few fights here that ended up hurting us quite substantially. Don't really lose a lot of troops in this. We've achieved level 8 there. 120 in a proficiency with one hand, so you can see we're starting to get a bit better with it. And that wraps it up there. Pretty easy map, even, or matches these ones still. At this point, I've skipped through like 3 or 4 of these sort of hunting down the bandits fights. Okay, so heading off to Darim here. We have 15 prisoners. Let's check out, there's Deshevy. We can have a look at her training here as we decide on her new skills. If we ever get around to doing it. There we go. Nope, not that. We're going with training. I thought so. A couple points in training again for Deshevy. She's decent. She's got high intellect and decent agility. Better at her strength and whatnot. We got a manhunter there we need to train. And a couple hunters, new hunters, or huntresses. We're heavily into focusing on the archer line for this point because I want to get. I've got a few C4s now, and I want to get. And there's some H7s or H5s that we H7s, yeah, that we had trained, and I want to get more of the cavalry, the mounted cavalry. So we're just going to set up a new new command group so we can separate out the horse archers from the regular cavalry and give them separate commands. Heading back up stairs in Darim to sell off these more prisoners to Fulton here. We're in Darim, right? Yeah, we are. 22-24, a decent chunk. We've had a few of those at this point, and making some good mint, and I want to be doing a bunch of that before we... Oh, that's right, we got the battered great red helmet already, which is wonderful. Tempered sword, we still have a reinforced old kite. And, yeah, working with the lance. The thick mailed leather jerkin's not spectacular. Neither are the hunting boots, but we can get some more gear. The brown Vagar horse is still in decent shape. 20-40-48. Not super fast, but he's pretty tough. And our hammer's been doing a lot of good for knocking things out. I'd like to get a better lance than that. One that does knockout damage. So having a look at the arms in this town, we actually find 2 bent jousting lances here. If you look, our great lance does piercing damage of 21, and this jousting lance does 14 blunt damage. Go ahead and buy that one. We're going to train ourselves here with, well, we're level 8 now. We got 2 points we can spend. We've been focusing on one-handed weapons, and pole arms has been building just by going around and jousting things. Two-handed's been building by the tournament fights so far. We got 2 skill points to spend at the moment and 2 attribute points. Gonna go ahead and crank up our points in two-hander just so we can not be quite as blunderous in our tournaments. They're good coin, so actually I hopped out of there and forgot to do the training, so I think we'll put the points into agility here. That gives us more weapons points. Now it's 70. And we can put a couple points. We put one in power draw, and then we got a remaining point to go ahead and spend. We got training and tactics at 4, which is where I wanted. I'd like it to grow a little. End up throwing it in Iron Flesh. Our prisoner management and leadership is also 4, so we can have a spin through. We got the Warmaids here, a few of them injured, but doing pretty decently. We got manhunters, slave drivers, slave hunters, and the like as mercenaries. We got our H5 or C4s, a few C4s. The manhunters are very much our mercs for making money. And then we got our real troops that we're trying to build up here. All mounted is where I want to head with these. So the I2s, A2s, I3s, and all the rest are definitely a focus for training towards the mounted version. 2,600 dinar and a weekly cost of 898 dinar at the moment. Financial report's important. We do have 2 debts, Revedin and Ichamur, both of which are not paid off yet, and we need to get to that. Oops, we don't really get to it very quickly. Force limit is 66. Let's check out the sovereign relations. There's a whole lot of wars going on. Khergit Khanates are in 3 of them, at the moment. Sarnids are in 2, Rodoks are in 2. It's a bit of a mess. Some wars are happening, and not a lot of turf has exchanged hands. The Rodoks still have their territories, you can see. The Sarnids still have theirs. The Khan has all his turf. He actually looks like he grabbed 1 castle there. The Vagar Principality is still good, and the Nords are still in their place. And oddly enough, the Swadians still own everything but Uxkarl, which is, of course, Rodok lands now. Wait, no, it's definitely still Swadian. Anyways, we're going to put in a cut there, and that'll be the end of this first compilation video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, I'll see you in game.